There we go. Good evening, everybody. It is Tuesday night here at the BTA Network. That means it's time for a political catch-up. It's our weekly catch-up on all things politics. And of course, we couldn't avoid it anymore. But the good news is we only do it once a week. We're not going to bombard you to death. We leave that to the pros. Anyway, over to my left is our
Yeah,
master creator
speaking of, I
Frodo.
need to see some Jesse. Yeah, speaking of, I need to look into some Jesse Dollimore stuff lately because I haven't seen anything from him.
Hmm. Yeah.
Can you
Well,
hear
anyway,
me?
yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. All right. Well, anyway, of course, that's Frodo, our master and creator, and I am Oddball Extreme. And manning the chat
Yeah,
room, and
and
Sajo says
that's
he can be good. Sajo is manning the chat room, and yes, good. Because I'm sorry, I'm still a little bit miffed about Friday when somehow there was some sort of glitch and I was completely mute.
so I'm just checking something here because I haven't seen anything from him, Jesse Dollimore. But anyway, so we've had some interesting stuff happen.
Mm-hmm.
The gutting of the Voting Rights Act has already had repercussions, and it's getting bad, people. It's been bad, but it's getting worse. And
Yeah.
people need to understand that this shit, not only is it getting worse, but we're also looking at Trump being pretty much confirmed to have dementia, with him accusing the U.S. Army of stealing gold in Fort Knox.
Huh? You're kidding.
No, I'm not. That's something that Jesse Dollimore has on his face, on his thing right now.
Oh boy.
Yeah, like straight up is saying that he did that. That's one thing. Earlier today, he called for the mass arrest of anybody basically who's a Democrat. So Obama, prison. Biden, prison.
Oh brother.
Hillary, prison. Bill, prison. Kamala, prison. Everyone. He wants to put every Democrat in prison because no one can fucking under no one understands.
Yeah,
And
like
then
that.
there's a little bit of
Yeah, like that's
and
a.
then there's also surely
Mm-hmm.
there's also a little bit of tech news infused tonight
Oh.
into the thing.
Okay.
So everyone remembers how I was discussing the before the Trump phone and how it was just a very low end phone through T-Mobile
Mm-hmm. I know what you're
that
talking about now.
it was called the Revel,
Mm-hmm.
REVVL. So I think it was the Revel 7 or something.
Uh-huh.
It was really weak comparative, right? I'm going to GSM. GSM Arena allows you to look at different phones
Mm-hmm.
and compare them. So if I look up the Trump phone, even though it's probably Trump Mobile T1,
Oh
okay,
yeah, I know
I'm
what you're talking about
looking
now.
at it.
Yeah.
So I'm looking at it and I'm gonna actually, there it is. Yes. It's the, it's essentially, other than a little bit, ah, someone called it HTC U24 Pro is what they're saying it is.
Uh-huh.
And it's garbage, basically. It's dumbed down. So here's some information about it that supposedly would have happened, but it the HTC has a Android 14, and then this phone was supposed to be released tomorrow, this year. The
Mm-hmm.
problem is, people had to pay a $600 or whatever it was deposit.
Okay, let's
I'm
see.
gonna find out
Okay, I
exactly.
found what it is. It was actually a $100 deposit. Let's see. Approximately 590,000 customers paid a $100 deposit to reserve the T1 Gold phone, totaling roughly $59 million in funds. Despite the phone being announced for release in August 2025, not a single confirmed customer had received the phone as of May 2026. And of course, last month, Trump Mobile updated its terms to state that the $100 deposit does not guarantee a phone will ever be produced or delivered, fueling accusations of a bait and switch scam. Of course, they were claiming that it was marketed as an American-made alternative to Apple Samsung, but the branding was later removed, with reports indicating that it may be manufactured in China. And the release date was repeatedly delayed, moving from late 2025 to 2026, and eventually removed from the website entirely. The estimated price for the phone has also increased from the original promise, with some reports saying it could now be over $1,000. Yeah, no thanks. Let's see. There's some potential legal action. Lawmakers, including Senator Elizabeth Warren, have called the Federal Trade Commission to investigate into potential deceptive marketing and fraud. And critics note that the early promotional materials for the phone appeared to be digitally altered images of a Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra in a protective case.
And it's not even that. Shirley, I just posted into the Zoom chat a link to GSM Arena.
Okay.
This I have it preset for you to look at the differences between the Trump T1 phone, the HTC, and the HTC, because that's what people are saying its closest relation is.
Yeah, it looks like it. In fact, I'm going to put it up on the screen. Just give me a second here. There we go. It's got it. Let's see. Wow, they don't even say anything about specifications or whatever.
Yeah, that's the problem, is that there wasn't a real specifications given as
Mm-hmm.
far as the body is considered, but we knew that it was going to have nano SIM technology and eSIM technology. Okay, that's
Yeah.
one difference, but that's a small difference.
Mm-hmm.
But, it, the problem comes down to he's trying to take a turn, because I'm going to be honest with you, as far as the HTC U24 is considered, it wasn't a very well received cell phone. It wasn't very well liked. It was kind of
Mm-hmm.
eh. It, you know, and it didn't really shake up the market any.
Mm-hmm.
Which, if you want a good phone, you want it to really have fun with the market.
Mm-hmm.
It, of course, it had 5G. Of course, it had SDHC, XDXC. Sorry, uh, it was upgraded to Android 15, but the CPU, that Adreno,
Mm-hmm.
Shirley, which is down in the platform section of this,
Yeah, there it is.
you might want to zoom in a little bit too.
Okay. Let me see.
Control and scroll up on your mouse wheel.
I got it. How's that?
Hold on, it's being stupid.
Okay.
There we go. There we go. Yep. So as you can see, the Adreno chip, the uh core or the processors and all that are kind of eh. That's really all I can say about them. Nothing was extraordinary about this phone. It
Mm-hmm.
was it was shit. I'm sorry to say, but it was shit. And then for them to push this as the new device of the day, that's kind of fucked up.
Yeah.
And if you, Shirley, if you pull up uh in the third option there, you can compare up to three phones,
Uh huh.
slide it up to the top, and type in REVV and put in the Revel 7 Pro.
There it is. Roll 7 Pro right there.
And then you just look and compare the Revel 7 Pro as well.
Mm-hmm. Good grief, they look just about alike.
Yeah, like the AMOLED screen is the same, the size is the same,
Mm-hmm.
maybe a little bit more on the Revel.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's not that good. It really isn't.
Mm-mm.
So I really want people to pay attention to this and look at the comparison here. This is what Trump's fans were excited about.
Yeah.
Was this gold gaudy piece of shit?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
Makes me so glad I didn't want this phone.
yeah, and the thing that really bothers the fuck out of me, Shirley, and this is just me, honestly,
Mm-hmm.
go back up to just the pictures of the phone.
Yeah.
Okay, that fucking image of the pic of the phone.
Mm-hmm.
I'd much rather have the HTC or the fucking Revel muted design philosophy where it's less garish
Mm-hmm.
than that fucking Trump phone.
Yeah.
It's like that Trump phone is just asking people to steal it
Mm-hmm.
because people are going to think it's really made of gold. First off, no, it's not. No phone will ever be made of gold. Not because it's not possible, but because the gold itself would cause alterations to signal with and can mess with how your internet connectivity is, how your phone calls come in, all that jazz. So there won't ever be a fully gold phone unless someone custom makes it.
Mm-hmm.
That's the first thing. Second thing is that it's gaudy as fuck.
Yeah, it is.
And that's just
I thought I was doing pretty well, but
yeah.
like I said, everybody spams their ability for the peaking.
Anyway, continue.
All right.
Continue on, Shirley.
All right. Changing the subject here for a minute. Of course, Voting Rights Act, Supreme Court said basically got it. So that now affects my state because we had two majority black congressional districts. Now, thanks to this situation, it's down to one again. And now, as a result of this mess, we're not going to have one primary, we're going to have two. First one, of course, is next Tuesday, May 19th. And now there's a new special election for districts 1, 2, 6, and 7 because of this new redistricting situation. So we have to vote on that on August 11th. So what I'm going to do? There's Republicans usually don't go vote on May 19th. Screw it! I'm voting May 19th and August 11th, so shut up and deal with it.
Yep.
And here's something else. This one really ticked me off. The Alabama House Speaker in the Alabama State Legislature, named was Nathaniel Ledbetter. He said he hopes the Supreme Court will overturn Amendment 14, the one that made black people citizens and guaranteed equal protection under law, so he can remove their vote in Alabama. There's just one problem. Even the Supreme Court cannot overturn a constitutional amendment. Okay? The only way you can repeal the 14th Amendment is to create another amendment, and then that still has to go through the motions. 2/3 of the House, 2/3 of the Senate, and 3/4 or 38 states having to ratify it. That's probably never going to happen.
Yep.
Of course, the only time that's ever happened.
Would never happen.
Yeah, the only time there has been a repeal, the 18th Amendment, which established prohibition, and then the 21st, which repealed prohibition.
Yep.
But honestly, folks, if you think the Supreme Court can overturn a constitutional amendment, you better read the Constitution.
Nobody can overturn a constitutional amendment, and there's a very simple reason why. The Constitution is the ultimate law in this country.
Exactly.
Sorry about that.
No, you're fine. No, I drink some water anyway.
So, getting back to some other issues, we also have this whole, like you were mentioning, the whole redistricting thing.
Mm-hmm.
I have a very easy way to handle it. Oh, hold on. Before we get into my easy way to handle it, there's some news regarding the how that law was overturned in the Supreme Court.
Okay.
There is a lot of discussions about what information the Supreme Court used to overturn the that biggest part of the Voting Rights Act. And from some of those statements that I've been reading, the information that Samuel Alito used directly in that decision was already disproven. So he used false data that basically the false data said that there is no more racial bias in the South, including in your home state, Shirley. And that because there is no more racial bias on a systemic level, that there doesn't need to be the Voting Rights Act. You tell me. You live in the South, Shirley.
Heck yeah.
I know that you don't directly have to deal with it because, well, let's be frank, and this is just honest to God. You look like you're a white woman.
That's true. You're right.
I'm not.
And no, I take absolutely no offense by it. That's correct, because I look white. I look more like my dad, who was white. He was born in Frodo, New York. My mother is Vietnamese, so I'm Vietnamese American, although I don't really look the part.
Exactly. So let me ask you, as even though you don't see it directly by yourself,
Mm-hmm.
do you see in your life people getting disrespected just because of the color of their skin in your state?
Absolutely.
Do you want to do a description of one of those times so that people can understand that this isn't a fucking
Well, let's see. I
no.
remember. I think that if I remember right, there was a case. I think it was up in Huntsville. Let me check something. I think it was an Indian.
And mind you, when we say Indian here, we're talking about a Native American,
Actually,
correct?
no. Actually, no. In this case, it's someone who was visiting from India.
Okay, so we are talking about India as in the country. Go ahead.
Okay, give me just a second. Okay. All right. So here's what happened on February 6, 2015. Three police officers assaulted, detained, and seriously injured Suresh Bhai Patel, a 57-year-old Indian national, in a residential neighborhood in Madison, Alabama. A neighborhood resident called the police on Patel, who was visiting his son and spoke no English, for alleged suspicious behavior in the neighborhood. Video footage from the two police car dashboard cameras shows the officer slamming Patel to the ground. He was hospitalized and was partially paralyzed from his injuries. The incident led many citizens to accuse Madison Police Department of police brutality and prompted a response from the Indian government. Police officer Eric Parker, accused of injuring Patel, was fired from the Madison Police Department and charged with third-degree assault. In March 2015, the FBI charged Parker with felony civil rights abuse, but he was later acquitted of all charges. He was reinstated into the force in 2016.
So anyway, it's just to me it's fucking stupid because he the you know here's the thing. America is stolen land. Let's not even question it, okay? America is stolen land. The land that we walk on every fucking day was stolen from Native Native Americans.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that we as a country are okay with being, well, for, there's just no other way to put it. We're okay with being thieves sickens me. It seriously sickens me
Mm-hmm.
because it it's so hard to describe how bad this makes stupid this is. But the fact is, sorry, just cooking up some supper here. Anyway, the fact that we as a country and we don't have more people speaking out saying that everything we have as a nation, every parcel of land, every piece of dirt, every fucking blade of grass in this country is stolen property. The fact that we can't, as a country, recognize that sickens me.
Mm-hmm.
None of us, I mean, we may have been born here, but unless you're Native American, you weren't part of this country from the get go. You know?
Mm-hmm.
And then all this talk about the voting rights of people.
Mm-hmm.
I I will say this. Our nation needs to stop gerrymandering.
Yeah.
As a whole,
Mm-hmm.
gerrymandering needs to be banned. And I don't just mean banned,
Mm-hmm.
I mean forbidden. What needs to happen, like I described last week, every district needs to be assigned based on population of the area. No other way around it. So if you, like we were doing the math on it, and surely,
Mm-hmm.
well, for me, it was like 300,000 people or some shit like that per district, or 500,000 or some shit like that.
Yeah.
That needs to be the get. That needs to be the hit. So when you have X number of people, that's a district.
Mm-hmm.
Where X is described as the total population divided by your congressional districts. That's it. That's the only thing we need. Okay? We can't, this gerrymandering bullshit needs to be done and over with. Because it makes everybody in this country weaker when we don't have access to, when people don't have access to their rights to vote. As a country, we need to have 110% legit voting rights.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, I'm going to go a step further and say this. Yeah, there's people that'll probably disagree with me on this. But what we need to do is guarantee the rights of the people who have paid dues to society.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just say, hypothetically, okay, you were convicted of, I don't know, robbing a bank. Okay?
Okay.
You were put in prison.
Mm-hmm.
You did your 10 years in prison, whatever it was.
Mm-hmm.
They released you on probation for, say, 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? So you've served 15 years of your life where you couldn't vote, where you couldn't do anything, where all your rights were stripped because of the fact that you made a mistake. If you can complete that probationary period and you can prove that you're not a danger to society anymore, guess what? You should be able to vote.
Okay.
I don't get
Okay.
where anyone says that people who have made mistakes in their life don't deserve the right to vote.
I agree with
Do I
that.
think do I think that people actively incarcerated or in prison or in probation should have the right to vote? No. Keep them away from the ball.
Right, but once they have paid their dues, they've paid their price, they've gone back to society, not do anything else, they should get the right to vote.
Exactly. And there are many states in the union that will bar a felon from ever voting again.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, that's wrong. That's wrong to me. If someone has paid their dues and has proven beyond the shadow of a doubt that they are good people and are willing to be a part of the government, the grand experiment that is America, there should be no problem with it.
Yeah. Well, I hate to cut on you with this, but I just saw this and I thought this is gonna be important. No Kings joins All Roads Lead to the South national protest this coming Saturday against the attacks on voting rights. It's going to, let's see. Here's the where part. It'll be 9 o'clock in Selma. Faith leaders gather at the Evan Pettis Bridge for prayer. And then 1 to 5 here in Montgomery, National Mass Rally at the Alabama State Capitol. I might be going to that, maybe. Depends on the situation.
You should.
Yeah. The one part is this Saturday. So here's the details on this. 60 years after civil rights organizers marched across the Evan Pettis Bridge demanding the freedom to vote, extremist politicians are once again trying to decide whose voices matter in America and whose do not. Across the South, Republican-controlled state legislators are targeting black voters by aggressively gerrymandering congressional maps and dismantling voting protections in the wake of Supreme Court decisions that gutted the Voting Rights Act. The goal is clear: try to silence black voters before they can even cast a ballot. Members of the No King Steering Committee said this: what is happening right now is deliberate, coordinated, and being driven by Republican politicians committed to abusing power and rigging the system to hold control for themselves and silence black voters. They plan on overturning every protection available for black voters and will not be satisfied until they reinstate every Jim Crow-era law. That's where the No Kings Coalition is joining in solidarity with All Roads Lead to the South this Saturday in Alabama and across the country for an emergency national protest against the attacks on voting rights by the Supreme Court and the swift effort by Republican-controlled states disenfranchise millions of black voters. The politicians attacking voting rights today are clinging to a shrinking vision of America rooted in fear, exclusion, and minority rule. They are trying to preserve a past this country has already rejected. In this country, we do not answer to kings, not in the White House and not in our state houses. Power belongs to the people, and we the people will decide.
Yep. I'm sick of people acting like there is that the right to vote is somehow optional. As far as I'm concerned, and this is just me, I really, truly, honestly, deeply believe that as a nation, we need to take the Australia standard when it comes to voting. What is the Australia standard, you might ask? Simple. On election day, everybody votes. Everybody.
Mm-hmm.
If you are found to not vote, you can be put in jail for that.
Mm.
By law.
Wow. I
I
didn't know that.
I do believe in this country, we need people more involved in the politics of our nation. What do you think, Shirley?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody votes. Everybody gets a voice.
Okay, now I do have one question. Not trying to be rude or anything. What about people who can't get to a voting location? Like, there could be people in wheelchairs. They have no way to get there.
Mail-in.
Yeah,
Mail-in voting.
Yeah,
Mail-in voting has been shown in multiple countries to be completely safe, completely reasonable, and completely acceptable. And yet, because of DJT's personal beliefs about mail-in voting, while he still uses it himself,
Mm-hmm.
he tries to say no to it.
Yeah.
However, in all of the years mail-in voting has been allowed in this country, you can count on one fucking hand the number of times there's been an issue with a mail-in ballot.
Mm-hmm.
And that's not a joke. That's not hyperbole. That's reality.
Yeah. Unfortunately, here in Alabama, we've never, ever had mail-in voting because Of course, they say it's fraud. Pardon me.
The problem is, how could something be fraudulent when it's something permissible?
Well, unfortunately,
I'm gonna,
Republicans here in Alabama say mail-in voting is nothing but fraud.
I'm gonna speak now to those people who don't like to vote. People who don't vote. I've got a serious question for you. Are you okay with your life being determined by someone who doesn't have your best interests at heart? Are you okay? Do you feel okay with giving command of your life to a man who can't keep his dick in his pants for anyone at all? Are you okay with giving your control of your life over to people who think that children should be sexual partners? Are you okay with that? Are you okay with your rights being used as toilet paper by a government that currently thinks that rights are suggestions?
Mm-hmm.
Are you okay with that? Because I sure as fuck am not.
Me neither.
I sure as fuck think that we need people voting.
I do too.
So
This is the thing I've always said. If you don't go vote and the person you want to win doesn't win, you don't get the right to complain because you didn't vote.
yep. But yeah, I just seriously consider that anyone who doesn't vote, you don't really get a chance. You don't got a choice. You can just shut the fuck up.
Mm-hmm.
If you have a problem, you can cram it.
Okay. Looks like the forecast for Saturday is 87 degrees at 1 p.m., which is what time that protest starts. So, I think, now, for those of you in the area who want to go protest, dress appropriately, drink a lot of water, stay hydrated, and if you can, get one of those little neck fans. They're really helpful.
Yep.
So that way you don't run the risk of, getting heat exhaustion, 87 minutes much, but remember, humidity will be going up. So it's going to make it feel a lot more uncomfortable. So if you want to do this, be prepared. Be prepared with water, be prepared with a neck fan. Cover your head, keep yourself from getting too hot and dehydrated. Because that's extremely important.
Keep your brain on as well.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on, I gotta do one thing really quick. You're gonna see this screen shake a little bit. I just have to drop my computer.
Oh, I gotta tell you something. You remember the doctor I used to have before? The one who would tell me to take like 25 different things to, not get COVID and such? He's running for lieutenant governor.
Yeah, I saw you say that, and I was just like, what the fuck?
Yeah, it's like, are you kidding me?
Sorry, I needed to put my computer down because
Oh,
I'm going
that's
to be
fine.
doing
That's fine.
some food making right now.
But yes, But yes, Dr. Stuart Tankersley, my former doctor, is running for lieutenant governor. Now, in case you didn't know, he was one of, I believe, 14 doctors in Alabama who did not want Kay Ivey to follow the COVID protocols when this mess first started in 2020.
You know why he didn't? Because the fact that his pseudoscience would have been disproven by people getting healthy.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and the fact that he wanted me to take like 25 different things to like basically combat COVID, it's like, that's why there's a vaccine for. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not taking it since, and thank God I've only had COVID once.
What all did he want you to take, if I may ask?
Oh, there was like magnesium and that was one of them, but there was like 20 different things, and some of them were a bit ridiculous. Some of them I can't even take.
Like?
I don't know. I think one was like cough medicine. I think I like I said, I can't remember the whole thing, but it's like, seriously. In fact, let me check something. I may still have. Let me see.
If you still have the documentation.
Yeah, that's why I'm trying to see if I still have it. Because what I can do, I can, I can find out posts that go back to like 2020 and such. So.
Yeah. Here's another hot take from me. As far as I'm concerned, anybody who disputes or says that vaccines don't work should never have a role in healthcare, period, or government. Polio alone is proof that vaccines work. What do you think, Shirley?
Could you say that one more time? I'm sorry.
Polio alone is proof that vaccines work.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So yeah. Sorry, people. I'm getting supper ready. What do you think, Shirley? If you can't follow science, you don't deserve to be in government.
Yeah. Found it! Okay. This is what he wanted me to take. 50 milligrams of zinc 2 times a day. What the hell is that? Quercetin, 250 to 500 milligrams 2 times a day. Vitamin A, 10,000 milligrams a day. Vitamin C, 500,000 milligrams a day. Vitamin D3, 10,000 IU a day. I take 4,000 already. Melatonin, 10 milligrams at night. Allegra, 180 milligrams per day. I don't do Allegra. Pepsid, Pepsid 20 twice a day. Lycopene, 10 milligrams a day. Probiotics, Bifidobacterium, aspirin, ASA 325 at meal times at 3 weeks. Turmeric 500 twice a day. B vitamins, natural methylated B vitamins. Selenium 200 milligrams per day. Nigella sativa 40 milligrams per kilogram for black cumin seeds. Raw honey 1 gram per kilogram. Day 21 TVS 3 tablespoons 2 times a day. A few drops of providone iodine. Saline nasal rinse 8 to 12 times a day. Like I have time to do that. Scope or crest, not Listerine. Gargle at bedtime upon waking up and 2 other times per day. Check pulse, oxygen 3 times a day for SOB, which in this case is shortness of breath, not the other one. Get outside as much as possible. Keep hydrated.
Hi, I'm an idiot doctor who thinks people infected with a pandemic should be outside. Sorry, but you're a fucking idiot. Not you, Shirley, but
I know. I know.
anyone who lives in Alabama, I'm going to say this. Don't vote for this fool. If he was willing to put this person's life at risk during an active, registered global pandemic, he doesn't have any interest in keeping you safe. And the reason I really emphasize that global part is because it's a problem. Go ahead, Shirley. I'm gonna let me eat. You go ahead and talk about one thing you want.
Yeah. I mean, seriously. When I saw this, I saw the signs like outside, like across the street from one of the churches and such. Said Dr. Stuart Tankersley, Lieutenant Governor. Like, what? He's running for Lieutenant Governor?
Yep.
It's like, oh, heaven help us.
Well, good news in Iowa.
What's that?
The leading Democrat is actually looking to be more likely to win the nomination, the governor's office this time.
That's good. Let's see. Now, I don't know if you heard about this, but it sounds like Katie Porter may be on the way out because I think she said something she probably shouldn't have said. I'll have to look it up. I can't remember for sure because a lot of people on Threads are saying Katie Porter needs to drop out. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Katie Porter fact-checked on the air after interview attacking Democratic rival. So. Yeah, she was great in the U.S. I can't remember if she was representative. I can't remember which one, but okay, it was a representative. But unfortunately, I think she said some things that, well, a lot of people are saying she should drop out.
Hold on, let me check here. Katie Porter. Intense workplace temperament and aggressive or profane interactions with staff and media. Yeah, leading accusations leading to a toxic workplace. Yeah. I don't know. Here in America, we're dealing with a president who frequently fucking says the F word.
Mm.
Yeah. So, anyway, you got anything else you want to talk about? Oh, hold on. This just broke
Okay.
19 minutes ago.
Okay.
Representative Virginia Fox, 82 years old, former college professor, current member of the House Education Committee, received a letter from 10-year-old Christian Mango, who had researched electric vehicles, cited facts, made arguments, and proposed a $5,000 tax rebate for EV purchases. His mother said he was proud of his work. Fox's response started with a thank you and quickly devolved into a lecture about the national debt, climate change skepticism, and the future of American education. You and your classmates will be responsible for paying down the national debt, she wrote, capitalizing you for maximum impact on a 10-year-old. She directed him to Fox News, National Review, the Washington Times, and Wall Street Journal editorial board to learn more about climate change. Because nothing helps a fourth grader's research project like the Fox News opinion section.
Oh boy.
She went after her teachers. Please ask your teacher to explain propaganda to you. My guess is that your teachers will not give you a good educational experience and help you to learn to think, as they are too interested in indoctrinating you. How sad. Christian's mother was furious. You don't deserve to be on a committee for education when you talk to children like this and think so lowly of teachers. No wonder North Carolina is 50th in education funding level under your leadership.
Oh.
Yeah.
All the 10-year-old was trying to do was get the answer to a question to help with his research, and he ends up with a lecture. Sheesh.
Yeah. So I'm just going to say it. First off, the reason that the Trump administration is gutting the education department is because they don't want an educated populace.
Mm.
An educated populace is a danger to an authoritarian regime.
Yep,
Oh,
exactly.
wait. Oh, wait. What did I just say? I said what I said, and I won't fucking apologize.
Yeah.
Right now,
Good. Don't.
right, right now, we're in an authoritarian regime.
Yeah, we are.
This is a regime that I never thought in all my years I would
Mm-hmm.
see grow in America. And I'm going to speak directly to the MAGA people. You fuckers. You assholes. You motherfucking bastards. You bitches. You sons of fucking dick licking whores. You brought this country into this dispute. You caused this divide in our country. You are not American.
Mm.
I mean, I that's all I can say. You're not an American. You're a fucking bootlicker. You believe that Trump is a great thing, greatest president ever? I challenge you. I challenge you. to show me 5 things that he's done right in this country, 5 things he's done to better the lives of the standard American. You can't. Gas prices are up
Mm-hmm.
because of Trump's war.
Yeah.
Grocery prices are through the fucking roof because why not make the middle class fucking suffer?
Mm-hmm.
Um, our standing in the world is at an all-time low
Yeah.
because we've got a little fucking bitch baby in the White House who thinks that the only thing that matters is his fucking ballroom.
Yeah. That's why I prefer. I refer to him as the crybaby in chief.
Well, I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. And I'm going to officially invite, if a person who is following our page wants to bring a mega person in and actually have a discussion, let's do it.
Yeah.
Let's have this discussion. And I'll prove beyond a shadow of a doubt that MAGA is wrong.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I'm sick of it. I'm sick of acting like this is normal.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sick of acting like this is how America is. It's not.
No.
It's never been this way.
Yeah, and
Even
here's
when
what you know
Andrew
what's really sad.
Jackson was.
Yeah, what's sad about this is it's America's 250th birthday, and we're stuck with the crybaby in chief, who wants like I want a parade about me. It's like, oh, shut up.
And anyone who wants to dispute me, come on my show. Let's argue. But let's end this. Shirley, you go ahead and finish it.
Okay.
I'm gonna bounce.
All right. Okay, so yeah, I mean, here in Alabama, things have just gotten absolutely bonkers because of the redistricting situation. But I may go to that protest Saturday. We'll just have to wait and see. But like I said, if you do plan on going, dress appropriately. Have plenty of water ready. They'll provide water, but sometimes, but you know, you can bring your own too. Because I'd rather bring my water. So because I don't like mine ice cold. I like mine actually at room temperature. But you know, if you are going to go to the protest Saturday, dress appropriately. Okay, because if you wear the wrong outfit, you could end up with heat exhaustion, or heat stroke, or dehydration, or any or all of them. And also, you know, there probably will be counter protesters too. Don't engage with them. All they want to do is stir the pot. And we have to make sure that doesn't happen because you know protests are great. You know, have your voice heard, but you've got to follow the rules too. Don't make any trouble. Okay. I'm glad we had the First Amendment in the first place. So anyway, here's the schedule for the rest of the week. Tomorrow night I am doing the Yu-Gi-Oh! Early Days collection after 2 delays, finally. And then on Friday it is trivia night. So with that in mind, I am now going to put let's see, I don't trust the Trump phone because oh yeah, there you go. All right, so let me get back over here. Okay. So now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to play the ending, so hang on for 15 seconds. Alright, so with that in mind, I am going to say love, peace, and chicken grease. Everybody have a great night, sleep well, stay safe, and I'll see you tomorrow for the Yu-Gi-Oh! Early Days collection. So, peace.